Okay, let's begin now. We have been doing the excretory system. Okay, we have been doing the excretory system, and in the previous classes, I was explaining you how the excretory system works and what are the components of an excretory system. We also talked about how when a kidney stops working, okay, we need a process or a process called dialysis takes place in which the blood is filtered through a machine. Okay, that is a dialysis machine. Now, the kidney failure, okay, failure of the kidney is of two types. We have chronic kidney disease, okay, and acute kidney infection, okay, acute kidney failure. One is where the condition goes on for years. Chronic means gradually, okay, throughout the years it spreads, and then the acute is a condition where it suddenly happens. Suddenly a kidney infection happens and the kidney is damaged. Okay, so that is when under both the conditions a person needs a dialysis. Okay, uh, if it's chronic kidney infection, chronic kidney disease, or it's acute kidney infection, under both the conditions, dialysis takes place. Then we studied transportation of substances in plants. Okay. Now, today we will talk about the brain. Okay, and coordination in human body. Okay, coordination. Coordination. The term coordination means that when the organs in the body they work together, okay, they work together with each other, supporting each other.
Mhm.
Okay, when hello Eva, good morning.
Good morning. I'm sorry I'm late.
It's okay. So what happens is when the organs of our body, okay, they work together, okay, they work together when all the systems work together. Basically, that is the meaning of coordination. Okay, the working together of all the organs of a body in a proper manner is called coordination. Now, in human body, the coordination is performed by two organ systems. Okay, two organ systems. Now, our body is made up of organ systems. Okay, organ systems. See, this is branching out. I'll just tell you once. Okay, our body's smallest unit is cell. Okay, body's smallest unit is cell. Okay, when many cells come together, they form tissues in our body. Okay, many cells come together, they form tissues. When many tissues come together, they form organs. They form organs. And when many organs come together, they form organ system. They form organ system. This is the structure. Okay, the smallest unit is the cell. Okay, when many cells come together, they form a tissue. When many tissues join together, they form an organ. Okay, when many organs come together, they form an organ system. Okay, they form an organ system. Now, some examples of organ systems are the respiratory system. Okay, then we have the circulatory system. Okay, we have the nervous system, the endocrine system. Okay, these are various examples of systems. The excretory system. Okay, these are examples of systems in our body. We also have the digestive system. Okay, the digestive system. So these are systems in our body made up of organs. Okay, now today we will talk about nervous system and endocrine system. Okay. Now, all the organs and functions of the human body are controlled by the nervous system. Okay. Nervous system comprises of three very important parts: the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves. Okay. Have you heard about a condition called brain dead? Brain dead.
Ma'am, is it like that when you eat ice cream, you get a brain freeze?
A brain. When we eat ice cream, we get a brain freeze. No, no, that is different. Okay, brain dead means when the brain stops working. Okay, it stops giving commands to the body. Okay, it stops giving commands to the body. Do you know that your brain commands the body to do various functions? Okay, our brain is responsible for memory. Our brain is responsible for not just memory, but for all the activities that we do. Okay, our hands, our legs, it is commanded by the brain to our hands, to our legs, what to do. Can then they perform it. Brain dead is a situation when the brain stops working. So our body stops working. The heart will beat, but because the brain is not working, we lie in a state of coma. Okay, the person may just lie in a state of coma where they are unable to move, unable to perform any function. Okay, so the brain is that organ which is responsible for the movement, the functions of our body. Okay, now there are three parts of the nervous system: the brain, spinal cord, and nerves, which are formed by these organs by special types of cells. Okay, um, these three things are formed by special types of cells called nerve cells. Okay, nerve cells. Okay, I will tell you about brain in more detail. Okay, these are the parts of brain. Okay, these are the parts of brain, and they are you can see they different parts are responsible for different um, functions. Okay, movements. This part, the red part, is responsible for movement. That is known as the anterior. For sensation, this part, orange part, is responsible, known as the posterior. Posterior. Okay. For the vision, the back part is responsible. Blue part. Then the down part is responsible for body balance. Okay, memory. This front part is known as cerebrum. Okay, cerebrum. That is responsible for memory, for speech also, smell also, taste, hearing. Okay, different parts of the brain. Yes, Johanna.
What does sensation mean? Is it how we feel?
Yes, yes, that is how we feel. Okay, sensation means how we feel. That is right. Okay, now let's study them all in detail. Okay, the brain, spinal cord, and um, the nerves. Okay, first we'll talk about brain. Brain, it is a very soft and important part of the body. Okay, and like I told you earlier also, all these important organs are protected by bones. Okay, the heart, the lungs. The brain is also protected by a structure of bones called the skull. Okay, called the skull. Inside the skull, our brain is there. Okay, inside our skull, the brain is present, and the thick skin and hair covering the box also protect the brain. Okay. The structure of the brain is like a walnut seed. If you have seen a walnut seed, you must have seen various, turns and twists on its surface. Okay. Its texture is like this, somewhat like this, like turns and twists. That is how our brain's texture looks like. Okay. The function of brain is to think, to understand, memorize, intercept the messages from the sense organs, understand them, and make the body perform the proper function. Okay, this is important for the functions of the brain to think, understand, memorize, intercept the messages from the sense organs, understand them, and make the body perform the proper function, keeping the body in balance, direct all the body organs to work in coordination. Okay, this is the functions of the brain. Okay, I'll show you one more picture of brain. There are three major parts in a brain. Okay. There are three major parts in a brain. Okay, known as the cerebellum, and the brainstem. Brainstem is that portion which is connected to the backbone. Okay, to the vertebral column. Brainstem is connected to the vertebral column. The other two parts are called cerebrum and cerebellum. Now, inside the cerebrum and cerebellum, okay, we have all the other things, the parts that control different functions of our body. Okay, that control different functions of our body. You can see here there are so many parts. Okay, there are so many things, but the three main parts, cerebellum, cerebrum, and brainstem that you can memorize. Okay, you don't have to learn the 10 names here. Okay, right now, but you can just learn these three names. Okay, the cerebellum, cerebrum, and brainstem. Okay, these are the three major parts of the brain. Cerebrum, the front part, cerebellum, the back part, brainstem is the one which is connected with the backbone. Okay, connected with the backbone. And this is somehow, this is how the brain looks. Where was that diagram? Okay, this is how it looks. Okay, like a walnut seed. Okay, many twists and turns. Now, in this diagram, you can see the brainstem. Okay, the line that is going the bottom connects to the spinal cord. Okay, you can see the bottom connects to the spinal cord. Now we will go back and we will study about the spinal cord. Spinal cord. Now this is a soft and cylindrical pipe-like structure. It starts from the hindbrain and extends downward into the vertebral column. Okay, hindbrain means this portion. This portion. Okay, hindbrain starts from here and it extends downwards into the vertebral column. Okay, we have learned the vertebral column. I want to stop this annotation. Yes. No, I'm not able to do this. Please give me 1 minute to log in back. Otherwise, my screen was frozen. Give me a minute to log in back. Hope you can see my screen
Yes, ma'am.
now. Okay.
Excuse me, I can't see your screen.
You can't see my screen.
Mm.
Ma'am, I can.
You can. Okay. Hmm. I will just reshare once, okay? Now, Johanna,
No, it's all black.
it's all black. You may face a network issue as well, Johanna. Can you rejoin, log out and log in back?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, rejoin.
No, I can see it now.
Now you can see. Okay, all right. Okay, spinal cord is a soft and cylindrical pipe-like structure. It starts from the hindbrain and extends downwards into the vertebral column. It is protected by the vertebral column itself. Is a link between the brain and the nerves. Okay, now see, our spinal cord, our spinal cord, okay, the is a pipe-like structure. Okay, that is a pipe-like structure that goes down from here. Okay, goes down from here, and it is protected by the vertebral column. Okay, the previous classes I taught you about the vertebral column, that is bones, bone-like structures that protect it. Okay, like that. Vertebral columns. Okay, then it is the link between the brain and the nerves. The backbone, the spinal cord, is the link between the brain and the nerves. Okay, now one very interesting thing I will tell you. Okay, one very interesting thing I will tell you, and this is very important. Okay, from the exam point of view, also it is an important concept. Okay, now you know that when our body has to perform functions, okay, what it does is that the brain gives command to our body, and then from the brain the signal reaches to the nerves of our limb, and then we perform the function. For example, the brain is telling to run. So the command to, and suppose we are like we want to run, or we before starting running, okay, our brain sends a signal to the legs, okay, and then the legs know that they have to move, okay, that is what happens. usually with every function that we perform. But some functions that we are to perform, okay, are very quick, are very quick. For example, if you touch a fire, okay, if you touch fire, you will quickly remove your hand, okay, you will quickly remove your hand, and that will be so fast that the brain will not even have the time for to send a signal and for the signal to reach your hand that you have to remove it. Okay, that takes time. So that quickly removal of hand, that is done by the spinal cord. Okay, that is done by the spinal cord. Okay, directly by the spinal cord. The brain is not sending signal here because it will take time, but it is directly done through the spinal cord. Such actions with are controlled by the spinal cord without the inter without the intervention of brain. These are known as reflex actions. These are known as what? Reflex actions. Okay. When directly you will remove your hand before your brain will send a signal. Okay. This is controlled by the spinal cord. Such reflexes, such reflexes are controlled by spinal cord.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
This is called, yes, Johanna,
Which is the spinal cord?
which is the spinal cord. Okay, let's show the spinal cord. Just check out this image. Okay. You can see this long backbone line, the long line of the backbone. Okay. This is the spinal cord. Okay. This is the spinal cord. You can see here also. Okay. You can see here also the spinal cord in the center. Okay. The center. Now, there are like it is divided into various parts. Okay. The neck region, the neck region. I taught you this when I was teaching you about the vertebral column also. Okay, when I was teaching you about the vertebral column, I think in the third chapter, we discussed the 8 nerve pairs that are there in the neck region are known as cervical. Okay, then beneath that, the pink thing that you can see, 12 nerve pairs are there, thoracic. Okay, then the green is lumbar, sacral, and cauda equina. Okay, that the orange one. Okay, basically the orange one is the tailbone. Okay, that is the ending of the spinal cord. Okay, and the bone present there is known as the tailbone that protects it. Okay, the ending. Okay, and the neck region is the cervical. Okay, so this whole from the and here the starting, now the starting that you can see, the yellow portion, that is where it's connected with your brain. Okay, yes, the hind brain. Okay, that is where it's connected with the brain, and then the neck, and then the back, then we have the lower back, and then you have the tail. Okay, so this is your spinal cord. Okay, this is your spinal cord. All right, that is your spinal cord. And this is how like it looks like connected with the brain. Okay, this is how it looks like connected with the brain. The brain is there on top, and then the cervical cord. Okay, this is the tailbone at the end. The little curve is the tailbone. Okay, now a reflex action I would also have to show you. One diagram also I will send. Okay, one diagram also I will send you of reflex action. Okay. Now, neurons are present. Okay, neurons are present in our nerves, okay, and nerves that are also called sensory neurons, okay, that are also called sensory neurons, which control the reflex action, okay, which control the reflex action, okay. Uh, Now, how does this work? How does this thing actually works? Okay. We have the hand, the limb that touches the source. Okay, that touches the source. And what thing it detects when we actually have a reflex action? Either it will be heat, pain, or pressure. Okay, either you'll feel heat, that is from a fire or a candle, pain when you like have a reflex action, or pressure. Okay, those three things it detects. Then the sensory neuron transmits the electrical impulse to the spinal cord. Okay, the electrical impulse to the spinal cord, and then the spinal cord sends the signal back to the hand or leg, and then we remove it. And this process is so quick. This process is so quick that it just takes not even like a second. Okay, very close to a second. It is so quick. Okay, it happens very fast because it's happening directly through the spinal cord. Okay, they are electrical signals that travel very fast. They are not signals from the brain. Brain is not controlling this. The spinal cord is controlling this. Okay, through the sensory neurons present in the spinal cord. Okay, now tell me, is there any doubt in reflex action? Is there any questions related to reflex action that you want to ask?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. So one last thing we will study. Okay. One last thing we will study. This is that diagram of reflex action. Okay, that I will send you in English. Okay. This is Hindi diagram. I'll be sending you reflex action diagram in English. Let's read this also quickly. Some functions of the body are performed by the spinal cord itself without the order of the brain. For example, taking hand off a hot griddle after accidentally touching it, swapping off any insect as soon as it comes before the eyes, etc. Such functions, which are controlled by the spinal cord without the intervention of the brain, are called reflex action. Okay, now you don't have to, you know, like I explained you how it works. Okay, explained you about the neurons, okay, sensory neurons and everything. But all you have to remember here, okay, when you are answering is what is a spinal cord, okay, and what is a reflex action, okay, how a reflex action takes place. That is, these are actions which are controlled without the intervention of the brain, without the intervention of the brain. Now, nerves. Nerves are of two types. Okay, you know that our body has a lot of nerves, and our nerves are of two types. One is cranial nerves, and the other one is spinal nerves. Okay, cranial nerves, which receive external stimulus through the sense organs and carry it to the brain, and we become aware of the external object. Okay, when we touch something, okay, when we are touching something, you know that our fingers have nerves. Okay, when we touch something, from that touch, from those nerves, okay, the signal is carried to the brain, and then the brain is able to identify, okay, I'm touching a pen, okay, I'm touching a pen. So this is cranial nerves. They receive external stimulus, means outside sensation, outside sensation through sense organs, through eyes, ears, tongue, or skin. Okay, outside sensation through eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. Okay. These nerves receive outside sensation through the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin, and carry that sensation, carry the signal to the brain so that we are able to identify the external object. So that we are able to identify what we are seeing, what we are touching, what we are feeling, what we are smelling, what we are hearing. Okay. One more thing, one more example. Okay, if you close your eyes, okay, and you are in front of you, I placed chocolate ice cream. Okay, you can smell it and you can tell it is chocolate ice cream without touching it, without tasting it. Okay, you can smell and tell. Okay, that is chocolate ice cream. If you've had a lot of chocolate ice creams before, I have had a lot of chocolate ice creams before, so I can smell it and tell that it is a chocolate ice cream before me. Okay, so how is that happening? I'm not touching it, I'm not looking at it. Okay, I'm not eating it. Then how am I able to tell through smell only that it is chocolate ice cream? Because through the nose there are nerves connected, and when I'm smelling the ice cream, from the nerves, the signal is carried to the brain, and then the memory which is stored in the brain makes out that this is chocolate ice cream. Because whatever information we come across, okay, whatever information we come across gets stored in the brain. Okay, it gets stored in the brain. So before, like, the brain knows that I have had a lot of chocolate ice creams, and it knows the smell of chocolate ice creams, so it will be able to identify that this is chocolate ice cream without eating it or without seeing it. Okay, our brain has like two types of, you can say, memory storage. Okay, one is the conscious brain and the other is our subconscious. Okay, whatever you remember is in the conscious brain. Okay, some things you feel that you are forgetting. Sometimes you feel ki, any incident happened long ago, or some things that you may have forgotten are still stored in a part of a brain called subconscious. Okay, that is called subconscious. Subconscious part is not as active as the conscious part. Okay, the conscious part allows us to take decisions and all of that. The subconscious is a part of a memory stored at, you must have heard this thing, that that thing is stored at the back of the mind. Okay, okay, must have been stored at the back of the mind. What is that mean? The back of the mind means subconscious, our subconscious. Okay, some things are stored in our subconscious that we do not remember actively, but it is there somewhere. Okay, it is there somewhere. But the conscious, the things that are stored in the conscious, we remember. It is there in our memory. Okay, so the brain is a very interesting organ, the most interesting part of our body. Okay, and we will stop here today. Tomorrow we will start with the endocrine system, the glands of our body. Okay, the glands of our body. So let's stop and 5 minutes break for you. Then we'll begin with the maths class. Okay, let's begin. Can I have your videos on, please? Eva and Johanna, hope you have come back. Okay, just a second. Yesterday, we started with the lesson algebra, okay, and we will continue that. Now, yesterday we talked about what are some rules when we solve algebra, what are variables, what are constants, okay. Some more related terms we'll talk about today, and some more related terms we'll talk about today, okay. The first one that we are going to check are what are like and unlike terms. What are like and unlike terms. Okay. Now you know that in algebra we can use many variables. Okay. You can use x, y, z, a, b, c. Okay. But how to identify like and unlike terms? Okay. When different types of terms are there, such as look at these terms. Okay. 2x, 2x, comma, x by 3, x by 3. Okay. This is what? 2x, x by 3. Okay. This is, if you try to find out a similarity between them, both have x. Okay. Both have x in it. Okay. So they are like terms. Therefore, therefore, I'm giving you the definition also. Two or more terms are called like terms. Two or more terms are called like terms. Like terms if the variable is same, if they have same variable, means the same alphabet. Okay, same variable. Now take a look at another example. Take a look at another example. 3t, 7z, and a upon 4. Okay, 3t, 7z, and a upon 4. You can see that three different alphabets are there. One is T, one is Z, one is A. Yes, Johanna.
Did we write this?
Yes, you have to write this. Okay. So because they're different alphabets, okay, they are unlike terms. Okay. They are unlike terms. Okay. Now, these are they are called unlike terms because they have different variables. Yeah. So the terms that are having same variables, suppose 2x minus 5x, x upon 3. Okay, it's all x, x, x. They are like terms. When we have different variables, t, z, a, b, they are all unlike terms. Okay.
Ma'am, done.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Ma'am, I won't be doing the science presentation, right?
Yes, Eva. We won't be doing it. Okay. But the next time when I give this as next time I'll be giving a presentation, that time we can do. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Then, okay. Okay. Now see, I will write an equation. Okay. I will write an equation. For example, or equation or just an expression. Okay. See, what's the difference between algebraic expression and algebraic equation? Let me just quickly explain you. Okay. First, take a look at algebraic expression. 'Expression'. Example, 2x plus 9. Very easy. 2x plus 9. Now take a look at algebraic equation. Five x plus 7 is equals to 12. Okay. Or 17. Okay. 5x plus 7 equals 17. What is the difference that you can see in both of this? See, in the first one, in the algebraic expression, you can see that, just give me a minute. Please give me a minute. हाँ मम्मी, मैं आपको कब से फोन कर रही हूँ। मैं क्लास कर लिया यार, ऑनलाइन। हाँ जी, 1 घंटे से फोन कर रही हूँ मैं यार, मैं इतना पूरे 5 मिनट वो हो गए यार। उसका फेस वॉश है। यस। So sorry about that. I think I forgot to mute also. Anyways, our videos on, please. Quickly come back. Now the difference between an algebraic equation and an algebraic expression is that an equation will always have an answer. Okay, it will be complete. It will be complete. Hope you are listening to me, Eva and Johanna.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, videos on, please. An algebraic equation is complete, whereas an algebraic expression is just a set of terms, only a set of terms, only a set of terms. Okay, it is not complete, it does not have an answer. Now, why have I written this? To explain some concepts to you. Okay, see, this 2x is a term, the first term, 9 is the second term. Okay, And here in the next example, 5x is one term, 7 is one term, 17 is another term. Okay, all three are terms. Now, now I'll explain you the concept of coefficient. Okay, coefficients. Now, you know that in 2x, in 2x, x is the variable, x is the variable, 9 is the constant, and the number that is attached with the variable, the number that is attached with the variable is called coefficient of the variable. So 2 is what? Coefficient, coefficient of x. 2 is what? Coefficient of x. Okay, so we have um the number that is attached with your variable, which is called coefficient of x. The variables or the alphabets are called variables. The numbers that are there are called constants, and the terms, the 2 and the 2x and the 9, these are called as the terms. Okay, term. Okay, and also term. Okay, these are called terms. Now, hope you understood what are terms, what is coefficient of a variable. Okay, write this down, and then I'll give you some more examples of coefficients of variables. Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Check this out now. If I ask you, if I ask you that what is the coefficient of minus 3x? What is the coefficient of minus 3x? Can anybody tell me? What is the oh sorry. What is the coefficient of x? Coefficient of x in minus 3x. What is the coefficient of x? Okay,
Minus
the
3.
variable is minus 3. Yes, that's correct. Now, if I have 5 upon x, what will be the coefficient of x here?
5.
5. That's correct. So now you know that's what are coefficients, okay, and what are terms. Okay, now you know what are coefficients, what are terms. You also know what is like and unlike terms. Okay, okay, now let's check out, okay, um, addition and subtraction. Okay, we will do addition and subtraction. Okay, yesterday I gave you 4 rules. Okay, 4 rules. When you have plus and plus, the answer will come in positive. When you have minus and minus, the answer will come positive. The sign will be positive. When you have minus and plus, the sign will be negative. When you have plus and minus, the sign will be negative. Okay, based on this, we'll try some questions of addition. Addition. Okay. Now see. Now see. The first question I have to add where both the terms are positive. Okay. Means 5 plus 5. Answer 10. Both the terms are positive. Okay. Then both the terms are negative and we are adding them. Okay. Minus 5 plus minus 3. There. Okay. Means, see, minus 5 and minus 3. Both the numbers are negative. Minus 5 and minus 3. Both the numbers are negative. Okay. And we have to add them. Means a plus sign is there in between. So what we will do? First, we will change the signs that are in the middle. Okay. How? How? Minus and plus. Okay. Or plus and minus. Let's see, plus and minus. So look at the chart, plus and minus becomes minus. Okay, the last one, plus and minus. So I can write it as 5 minus 5 minus 3. Okay, minus 5 minus 3, because plus and minus becomes minus. So center sign I changed. Instead of two signs, I just put one sign, that is minus. Now see again. Now the question says minus minus, minus and minus. See, minus is coming here, minus is coming here. This is minus minus. So when minus and minus is there, we add. Okay, we add. So we will add them. 5 plus 3, 8. 8, yes, Siva, 8. But now what about the sign, ma'am? Will this 8 be positive or will it be negative? Okay, will it be positive or will it be negative? It will be negative. Minus 8 will be the answer. Why negative? Why negative? There is this rule. Always use the sign of the bigger number. If the bigger number is positive, your answer will be positive. If the bigger number is negative, the answer will be negative. Okay. Make a star and write. Use the sign of bigger number. Use the sign of bigger number in the answer. Bigger number in the answer. Use the sign of bigger number in the answer. Okay. So this is your first one. This is second. Third. Come to one more of addition. Okay. Now we will take, we've done plus plus minus minus. Now we will take minus plus. Okay. So let's do minus plus. Okay. Minus 5 plus 3. You can just do minus 5 plus 3 because 3 is positive. Okay, 3 is positive. Minus 5 plus 3. Okay, so what we will do? Minus and plus. Now minus plus is there, so what you have to do? Minus 5 minus 3, how much? The answer is 2. Okay, 5 minus 3, the answer is 2. No, Eva, not minus 8. Okay. The previous question was minus 8. This question, minus 5 plus 3, minus plus signs are there. So minus plus means minus. So you are going to do 5 minus 3, 2. And what is the sign of the bigger number? Minus. The 5 is bigger number and 5 is negative. So minus 2. Okay. One more. When we are having first number is positive, the second number is negative. Okay. The first number is positive and the second number is negative. That is 5 plus minus 3. Okay. 5 plus minus 3 means first number is positive, second number is negative. The last case we are doing. Okay. So 5 plus minus becomes minus 5 minus 3. Answer is 2. Why only positive 2? Because see, the bigger number is positive, the answer will be positive. Okay. Bigger number is in positive, so the answer will also be positive. So this is your addition in algebra, basic addition in algebra. Any doubt? Any doubt in any of the question? 4 sums we tried out. Any doubt in any of the sum? You can ask me now.
No.
Huh? And Johanna?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, what if it
Ritsu?
was, ma'am,
Yeah, Siva?
what if it was -5 minus 3?
-5 -3. Okay. We will do this under subtraction. Okay, so -5 -3. First, we will change the sign in the between. So -5 -3. The minus minus in the center becomes plus. So it becomes -5 plus 3. Okay. And when it becomes -5 plus 3, again minus plus is there, so we will subtract, okay, 3 from 5, so it becomes 2, and 5 is minus, it is -5, so the answer will be -2, okay, -2 will be the answer. Okay, these are the cases of addition. I will also be teaching you the cases of subtraction. We will apply all 4 rules and we will understand subtraction also. Okay, shall we do that? You're done writing. Can I clear it? Clear the board?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay. Let's do subtraction. Okay. 4 questions we will do in subtraction also. Number 1. When both the numbers are negative. Eva's rule. Okay. -10 -8. Okay. -10 -8. How we will solve it? -10 minus plus minus minus plus 8. Minus plus is -10 -8, 2. And because 10 has a minus sign, -2. The rules that we are applying here, that I am posting, I'm putting it in the bracket on the right side. The rule that I'm applying here is minus and minus is equals to plus. Okay, that's the rule I'm applying here. Number 2, one more. Okay, let's do plus and when you're having 2 positive numbers, 15 minus 12, but I'll get 3. Okay, the rule that is applied here says plus and plus is equals to plus. Okay, third question. We did minus minus and 2i minus. We did when both are positive. Let's do when the first number is negative and the second number is positive. Okay, -20 minus plus 8. Okay, when first number is negative, the other number is positive. What will be the answer? -20 minus plus -8. Okay, so minus minus is plus. So 20 plus 8 I will do. Minus minus. See in the second line right here, minus minus is plus. So I'm going to do 28. I will write 28 and I will put a minus sign. The answer is going to be -28. Why? Because 20 is the bigger number and it is negative. Okay, the bigger number is negative. So the answer 28 also will be negative. In the bracket, I will write minus and plus is equals to minus as a rule that I'm using. Okay. And one more we will check out. When the first number is positive, let's take 30. Okay, the first number is positive. Okay, minus 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 20. Okay, that is 30 minus minus 20 means the first number is plus and the second number is minus. Okay, so what will it be? Now minus minus is there together. So minus minus is what? Plus. Yes, Eva, 10 is correct. Okay, so it will be 30. No. 10 is not correct. Okay, 10 is not correct. Why? Minus minus is plus. Okay, so 30 plus 20. Yes, the answer is 50. 50. Okay, because minus minus plus the rules that are applying. First is the positive number plus negative number gives us okay plus and here is minus gives us minus. The second rule that we are applying is minus and minus will give us plus. Okay, so this is how you solve. This is how you will solve for subtraction. Okay, this is how you are going to solve for subtraction. Today as homework, I'm going to give you addition and subtraction sums based on these rules. Okay, addition and subtraction questions based on these rules I'll be giving you as homework. Okay, Eva, please send me your homework of the last few days. Okay, from chapter quadrilaterals. Okay, please send me your homework from the lesson quadrilaterals. Yesterday's homework also. Okay, please send today, or maybe you can send it by tomorrow also. But please send it. Okay, all the previous homeworks of the last week. Okay, Johanna, your homework I've received. Okay, and we will stop here for today and we'll be meeting tomorrow. And tomorrow we can check out multiplication and division. Okay, tomorrow we can check out multiplication and division. So I'll be seeing you all tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you for the class.
Bye. Have a good day.